It's a long road. We couldn't find a title. I had a title for 8 months. It was going to be Try Something a Little Different. Nobody liked it. And I mean nobody. And there was people who out and out said it's terrible. And people who were very kind and said, you know, I think there's a better title somewhere. I liked Try Something a Little Different because that's what it was. That was the objective, was to be blues-ish, to be blues-like. There's something that will tell you what an album is. And during that process of writing and recording, and at this point, 3 days before we went to print, it's a long road. And you know, we had that song forever, and it never jumped out. You know, necessity is the mother of invention. Bang, it's a long road. It fit with the cover, and it is a long road. I mean, it's been 15 years. You know, these guys have been playing for longer. This is a good album.
Quit. She sailed long enough on this ship. That is when his girl said goodbye.
To me, music is music. Now, I have a radio show. I've had a radio show for ages, so I get music from all over the world, and from the States and from Canada. And I find too many people just want to stick, they find a genre and they think it's in between these two walls. And it's not, because all the music you like is outside of those two walls. Everything you find interesting is because an artist you like took something from here and brought it in, took something from there and brought it in. And I think that too many people are concerned with what type of music it is. If it's good, it's good. Music is music. Music is meant to be enjoyed and meant to be absolutely listened to and danced to. It's not about what type of music it is. I hear too many people, that's not real Chicago blues. Well, okay, who cares? Is it good?
So sad to see it end up like this.
The band now is probably the perfect band for what I want. You have Vince has studies, you know, he's gone back to school for drumming and music, studies all sorts of patterns, whether it be African and New Orleans, and this is how a Chicago feel goes, this is how a Texas feel goes, and that to me is knowledge. John Findlay has been around the world touring with pop guys, is known, at least in North America, very well known as being this fantastic guitar player, and he's a piano player. You know, he starts off as a keyboard player, as far as I know, and he's this great guitar player. Wayne DeAdder on bass is one of the most underrated musicians I've ever played with. Great guitar player, great singer, great harmony vocalist, great bass player. The guy plays bass like I rarely heard anyone play like that. And on keys with Jesse, you know, Jesse O'Brien's this unsung, this quiet little guy out of Hamilton that's just so roots oriented and has Ray Charles feels and Billy Preston feels. It's beautiful. And together they all love jazz. A couple of the guys will go off and do a jazz gig. They all love country. They all love R&B and roots. Far more knowledgeable than I will ever be. I'm just a record collector.
You did it. Hey, hey. I said, oh, you girls think your day is done. have your fun. I said, come on, baby, I will be your toy. I'm 200 pounds of heavenly joy. Hey, this is it. This is it. Look what you get.
The band live is they're a great band. It's a great dance band. You can sit down and listen to them. With the horns, it's definitely more jumpier. We're playing some festivals in the summer, and you could just see people. Because you don't get to see a horn band all that often. So I've set it up where I have configurations with 4 horns, which is beautiful, and 2 horns, which is fantastic. I have 6 or 7 players who come and play with us and switch around, and they all love the stuff. They love playing it because we feature the horns a lot. It's a very Stax-oriented sound, I think. So there's lots of horns, there are lots of shots. It's not a big band sound where the horns are big swells and they build everything up, but it's shots. It's beautiful. It's an energetic band. We jump around a lot. Well, one of the guys does.
Anyway, I'm in trouble. Everywhere I go, I don't know.
I would like them to take away that these are really good songs. They're well written, I think, and that there's stories behind them. I'd much rather write like Jimmy Hall does, like Delbert McClinton does, like the country songwriters of old used to. It's a story that has a start, a beginning, and an end. And that's what I find, that's what I really like. And that's what I think you'll find in this album. You know, there's a couple stories in there. Always surround yourselves with guys who know what's going on. And I have through 15, 16 years of doing this. Guys are great musicians, great guys, and I learned so much from all of them. I'll never say that in public, ever, just between you and me.